Okay, here's our first question. All right, I want you guys to please solve this question for me. Remember, guys, when we are looking at questions like this, if we want to compare exponents, we always need the same base. So let's start by making sure that all our bases are the same. We need to change that 9 and we need to change that 8 so that we can get the same base everywhere. Hi, Marilla. Autocorrect will just make a fool of you. I know. Sorry, dude. Was wondering why Marilla's calling us guts. You know, I know he meant guys. Yeah. Hello, Mwekezi. Hi, Mahlatsi. All right. Before we continue, I want you guys to look at I want you guys to just help me look at this particular question over here and tell me if we're struggling. Give me a thumbs up if you know exactly what to do. Give me a thumbs down if you're like, ma'am, I was just going to wait for you. Let me know. Okay, I'm getting quite a few. I've got 2 thumbs up. I'd like everybody else to help me out here, guys, so I know where best to come at this question. The first one, the one on the screen, Weketi. The one on the screen. Okay, excellent. Beautiful. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up, so I'm going to assume everybody's okay. We'll discuss the answer in the next couple of minutes. All right. Take it away, guys. Oh, Teacher Nels, can you please help Mwekezi out? I think Mwekezi is having a... Mwekezi, can you see me?
Yeah, it would be easier that way.
Okay, so Teacher Nels will be able to help you in just a second. Okay. Teacher Nels, do you know that all we're hearing is like you're just hearing like, and we're like, oh, Teacher Nels is busy, hey? She's a busy soul. See, Emilio said it, not me. Plug my computer in. All right. Remember to pop your favorite emoji in the chat when you're ready. There we go. Good stuff. Feeling particularly patriotic today because we all know what happened over the weekend.
I think it's one of the times when it's nice to be. I mean, it's nice being South African.
Yeah, the one time, or maybe twice, depending on whether the South African, the Proteas also win the ICC Cricket World Cup. We'll see if we can bring both cricket and rugby home.
And then when people ask you where you from, it's like you can proudly say, I'm from South Africa. I can't
Exactly.
yeah.
You know what, Emilio? I also feel the same way. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, Emilio's been on holiday, guys. Must be nice. Must be nice. Just going to Thailand. Just a young Thailand visit. It's fine. Yeah. Holiday study. Okay, I'm gonna give everybody one more. Oh, Mangi, you see. Shame, Virula. All right, let's get into this question before the Springboks derail us from our life plans. Okay, so we know that we need the same base everywhere. So I'm going to change 9 so that it has the same base as 3. So I'm going to change 9 to 3 squared. I'm going to make sure that my 9 is 3 squared. And at the bottom, I'm going to take my 8 and I'm going to change it into 2 cubed. Make sure that we have the same thing. So all the others will stay exactly the same. I'm going to get 2 to the power of 4x plus 2. Yes, teacher Nels, it works best when you use prime bases. However, there are times where there's a 6 involved and you can leave it as a 6 as long as the top also has a 6 and the bottom has a 6. You can do that. It's not a train smash. Okay, and this is going to give me 3 to the power of 2, but there's still an x plus 1 on the outside, so we'll keep it there, over 3 to the power of 2x multiplied by 2 to the power of x multiplied by 2 to the power of 3, but there's still an x minus 1 on the outside. So what I'm going to do when I see a bracket and an exponent, I'm going to distribute this 2 to either of those. Again, bracket and exponent, distribute, distribute. So I should get 2 to the power of 4x plus 2, hi, close bracket, multiplied by 3 to the power of 2x plus 2 over, and at the bottom, we're then going to get 3 to the power of 2x multiplied by 2 to the power of x multiplied by 2 to the power of 3x minus 3. Give me a thumbs up if you've made it this far. Are we okay with what ma'am's done so far? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if we are all okay. Excellent, Tarika. Good, Funzo. Well done, Callan. Good, Luto. Good. All right. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the bottom. I'm going to add like bases. I'm going to take my 2 and my 2, and I'm going to multiply my like bases and keep my base and then add my exponents. So I'm going to have 2 to the power of 4x plus 2 multiplied by 3 to the power of 2x plus 2 over this base of 2 over here is 2 to the power of 3x plus 3x would give us 4x minus 3 multiplied by that 3 that's left on its own, 3 to the power of 2x on its own over there. Okay, my next step is to divide. Because my bases are being divided, I'm going to keep my base and I'm going to subtract exponents. So I'm going to get 4x minus 4x. Those two will cancel each other out. But over here, I'm going to get 2 minus negative 3. Minus negative will give us a what? If I say 2 minus negative 3, what am I actually doing with that 3 at the bottom there? What am I doing, guys? Instead of subtracting, we're not going to multiply. If I've got correct, Imelda, I'm going to plus. I'm going to have 2 minus negative 3. The minus and the minus will give us a plus. So this ends up being 2 plus 3, which would give us 5, multiplied by 3 to the power of. Now over here, we're going to have the exact same thing. I'm going to get 2x minus 2x, which will give us 0. What I actually have left is 3 to the power of 2. And I can put that into my calculator and find an answer. What is 32 times 9? What's 32 times 9, guys? Should give us 288, I think. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Tyrika. Thank you, Imelda. Good. Our answer is 288. Well done. All right, give me a thumbs up if we were able to finish that whole sum by ourselves from beginning to end. Beautiful, Samuel. Well done, Tyrika. I'm sorry, guys. Yo, offense, we're busy with maths. We know you're busy springbokking here. All right, peeps, excellent. All right, here's your next challenge. Easy question, let's go for it. All right, remember to pop your favorite emoji in the chat when you're ready. Whew, teacher knows this nose is going to be the death of me. Yo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hope you feel better soon.
Yeah, Funzo, I feel you. Yeah, I know, guys. I think I have the flu because of the change, the sudden change of weather. Because it's supposed to be summer. How? What's up with the South Africa now? Now I'm gonna have to sleep with my humidifier on. Emilio, don't lie. It's cold. It's probably over Thailand. I don't know. Yeah, it's cold. Shorts, you're lying. It's cold. In South Africa, it's cold.
It's snowing again.
It is. Yeah, we had hail on Saturday. Yeah, true. All right, peeps, let's finish up this question. All right, 2 more minutes, guys.
Now, I give you only 6 figures. So your mom.
All right, guys, that's time. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, so I know, again, guys, I need like bases. If you're not done, it's perfectly fine. Continue. All right. I need like bases, and I know that I can rewrite 36 as 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by 3 to the power of 2. And all of that is still to the power of 3x plus 4 multiplied by 18 can be written as 2 times 3 to the power of 2. And all of that is to the power of negative 4x. Now, this 2 that's on its own, I'm going to give it an exponent of 1 to make sure I don't forget to distribute. Okay, so I'm going to distribute that 3x to the power 4 with 2 and with 2, and over here, that 1 with negative 4x and that 2 with negative 4x. So I should get 2 to the power of 6x plus 8 multiplied by 3 to the power of 6x plus 8 multiplied by 2 to the power of negative 4x times 3 to the power of negative 8x. Right, now I'm going to compare like bases. There's a 2 here and a 2 here. Like bases are being multiplied, so I'm going to keep the base and we're going to add exponents. Now 6x minus 4x will give us 2x plus 8 multiplied by 3 to the power of 6x minus 8x will give me negative 2x plus 8. Now, I cannot leave this answer with a negative exponent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 3 to the power of negative 2x plus 8 and I'm going to split it. I'm going to rewrite it as 3 to the power of negative 2x multiplied by 3 to the power of 8. I'm going to rewrite it like that. All right. So what I'm then going to do is, I am sick. I'm very sick. I'm then going to have 2 to the power of 2x plus 8 multiplied by 3 to the power of 8. And because this 3 to the power of negative 2x has a negative exponent, it goes in my denominator. So in my denominator, I will have 3 to the power of 2x. Give me a thumbs up if your answer looks like mine. Sure. Beautiful. Tepi, where did we lose you? What happened? What happened? Oh, fancy. That's fine too.
He's being honest.
You're being honest. Yes, you get 1 extra point for being honest.
Yeah.
Yes, for a little bit you were. Rulani, did you notice where you may have not went 100% correct? Yes, Nico, in grade 10, yes, you will lose a mark. They wanted, the instruction will literally say, leaving your answer with positive exponents. So we must make sure that we leave it with positive exponents. Okay, it's okay, Moiketsi, it's fine. All right, let's look at this next question. We're going to skip that one. Let's do B. Let's do this B, question B over here. We'll come back to that other one if we're not done. All right, I need to remind you guys that it's an equation. So as soon as we have like bases, we can drop the base and compare exponents. So take it away, guys. When you're done, pop your favorite emoji in the chat. I don't think this particular question should take us very long, to be honest. Looking at the pace that you guys work at, I'm pretty sure most of you guys will finish very quickly. So I'm going to leave the next one up as well. So if you are done with B, you can also go to A. I know they're numbered so weird. I've pulled them from different documents. So that's why the numbering is a bit off. But if you're done with, yes, Samuel, of course. It's quite an easy question. Okay. So if you're done with B, go ahead and do A as well. Oh, damn. That's like lightning fast, dude. All right, peeps, let's have a look at these answers. Okay, so I know again, in order for me to compare exponents, I need the same base. So I'm going to take my 125, and I'm going to rewrite it as 5 to the power of 3. And then I'm going to multiply by that x on the outside. I'm going to end up with 5 to the power of 3x. Multiplied by 25 can be written as 5 to the power of 2. And then I know that over here, that 2 is going to multiply by that and by that. So I'm going to end up with 5 to the power of 2x minus 4 is equal to 5 to the power of 2. And as soon as I have the same base everywhere, I can drop my bases and I can make my exponents equal. Now, over here, these like bases are being multiplied. So I'm going to add my bases. I'm then going to have 3x plus 2x minus 4 is equal to 2. 3x plus 2x is 5x is equal to 2. And I'm going to take my minus 4 over to the other side, and it's going to become plus 4. So this is then going to become 5x is equal to 6. Divide both sides by 5. Therefore, x is equal to 6 over 5. Give me a thumbs up if you got the same answer as me. Beautiful, guys. Amazing, amazing. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, again, I need the same base everywhere. So I'm going to take 9 over here, and I'm going to change it to 3 squared, and I'm going to change 15 into 3 times 5. Okay, so I'm going to get 5 to the power of 2x minus 1 multiplied by 3 squared. So I know that that 2 is going to be distributed to the x and to the minus 2. So I'm going to end up with 3 to the power of 2x minus 4 over, I'm going to get 3 times 5, each of these to the power of 1, all being multiplied by 2x minus 3. Okay, I'm just taking the extra step because I don't want us to lose track here. So on the top, I will have, I'm going to put the 3 first, and there's a method to my madness. I'm going to put the 3 part first. So I'm going to have 3 to the power of 2x minus 4 multiplied by 5 to the power of 2x minus 1 over, and at the bottom, I'm going to distribute each of these 2x minus 3. So I'm going to have 3 to the power of 2x minus 3 multiplied by 5 to the power of 2x minus 3. All right. So now that my like bases are being divided, I'm going to keep my base 3 and I'm going to subtract my exponents. 2x minus 2x will give us 0. And then I'm going to get negative 4 minus negative 3. That's going to give us plus 3. So negative 4 plus 3 will leave us with negative 1 multiplied by 5 to the power of, same story, 2x minus 2x will give us 0. And then I'm going to have negative 1 minus negative 3, and minus negative 3 will give us positive 3. So negative 1 plus 3 will give us 5 to the power of 2. Remember, no negative exponents, guys. So the final answer that I will have over here is 25 over 3. All right, thumbs up if you got the same answer. Moeketsi, where did we lose you? I saw somebody else put 2 thumbs down. I hope they're doing okay. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Well done. All right. Excellent stuff. All right. Let's look at this next part over here. Here's our next challenge. All right. Oh, Samuel's like, it's just basics, ma'am. You know, when somebody's like that confident, like, yes, it's just basics. All right. So in this case over here, guys, because we know that there's a plus in between, ma'am, how do we know if the number goes on the top or on the bottom? All right, so if it comes out with a negative exponent, we take it to the bottom. So what happens is, if I have x to the power of negative 2, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it over 1, and then it goes to the bottom. So this is going to become 1 over x squared. But if we have 1 over x to the power of negative 2, then that negative 2 must come to the top. It must become x squared over 1. All right, so if it has a negative exponent, we take it to the denominator. All right? Offensive. All right, so remember, guys, in this case, we're not multiplying everything and we're not just dividing everything. We've got a plus and a plus in the middle. So the steps we're going to take in this case is we're going to split and then factorize. We're going to split and then factorize. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing here. So give me a thumbs up if you know what to do in this sum. Give me a thumbs down if you don't know what to do. Then I can gauge how slow we have to go or how fast we have to go. Okay, thanks for the honesty, Cassidy. We're going to move a little bit slower. Okay, Rulani is like 50-50, that's fine. Okay, that's okay. Now, let me ask a basic question, guys. If I said to you guys that I have 2x squared plus 4x over 2x, what would we do? We want to simplify this thing. What would we do at the top? What would we do with the denominator? I mean, with the numerator. Correct, Moketsi. Not just 2. What would we factor out? Not just 2. What would we factor out, guys? Correct, 2x. We're going to take 2x out as a common factor. Good, 2x out as a common factor. And then I will have 2x plus 2, correct, Tyrika, over 2x. And only then can I cancel 2x and 2x. So my final answer would be x plus 2. Give me a thumbs up if this makes sense. Yes, good. Now, because we also have a plus in the middle here. We have a plus in the middle and a plus in the middle. What we're going to do is we're going to factor out. We're going to look for a highest common factor. Now, what we need to remember, guys, is that these things are kind of put together. So if I have 5 to the power of x multiplied by 5 to the power of 2, this is going to give me 5 to the power of x plus 2. 5 to the power of x plus 2. Now, what I'm going to do in this case is instead of moving forward, I'm going to move backwards. I'm going to say, if they have given me 5 to the power of x plus 2, I'm going to rewrite it as 5 to the power of x multiplied by 5 to the power of 2. Give me a yes in the chat if what ma'am has just done makes sense to you. I'm going to write this in that direction. Are you with me? Excellent. So this is what we're going to do with all of these. We're going to rewrite them like that. That's the split part. That's the split part of the instruction. Okay, so what we're going to get is 5 to the power of x multiplied by 5 to the power of -1 multiplied by 11 plus 5 to the power of x multiplied by 5 to the power of 1 over, now we're going to do the same thing at the bottom, 5 to the power of x plus 5 to the power of x multiplied by 5 to the power of -1. All right, I'm going to give everybody a couple of seconds to catch up to me there. Aha, yes, Funzo's with me. Excellent. Good. Now, the next step is the factorized part. The next step is the factorized part. Let's look at both these terms. Remember, terms are separated by a plus or a minus. In these two terms that we have over here, do they have something in common? What do they have in common? What do both of these have in common? Before we cancel out, Untatile, what does the first term and the second term have in common? Correct, Rulani. Excellent. That's it. They have 5 to the power of x, 5 to the power of x. So we're going to take 5 to the power of x out as a common factor. So we're going to have 5 to the power of x, open brackets. What do I have left? 5 to the power of -1 multiplied by 11 plus 5 to the power of 1. Over, now, I know at the bottom, we also have a common factor of 5 to the power of x. So I'm going to take that out. 5 to the power of x. If I take 5 to the power of x out, what do I have as, what do I have left over there in my bracket? Good, Rulani, there must be a 1 plus 5 to the power of -1. I want you guys to give me a thumbs up if you're understanding what ma'am is saying. Yes, it is a common factor. No, it's not. Actually, it's not. Somebody's saying, let me just see. Asbonge says, ma'am, isn't 5.1 isn't a common factor? No, because this one over here is 5 to the -1, and this one over here is 5 to the +1. Okay, they're not the same thing. All right, Asbonge, they're not the same. One is positive, the other is negative. So basically what we're saying is one is 5 and the other is 1 over 5. That's actually what it's saying. All right, excellent. Now, guys, now that we factorize, we can now cancel. Cancel that one, cancel that one. Now we don't have any x's left in our answer. So we're going to grab a calculator and we're going to punch the rest of this into a calculator. Punch it into a calculator and give me an answer, please. All right, beautiful, correct answer, everyone. The final answer is 6. Sure, all right. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, nah, ma'am, no, and 10 being, I got this, I can do this on my own. How are we feeling? Okay, Rulani's at like a 6 or 7, Funzo's at a 9, Asinyiko's at a 6, Pascal 8, Nyeleti 8. Okay, we're doing quite okay. Samuel got a more than 10. How? Okay, it's okay, Kuhle. We're going to try another one. Okay, we're going to do another one together and let's see if we can kind of get it going. All right. Okay. Oh, that one is a bit too difficult. Ooh, these are killers. Okay, let me see if I can find another one. Give me a second, guys. Yeah. Oh, not finding the thing that I want. No, I don't want to kill you. I'm looking for an easier one. So you guys can start with that one and we don't start with just the hard thing. Let me open up this document over here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Maths wants to kill us more. No, Maths is not killing you guys. Don't be like that. Maths is just fine, guys. Maths is just fine. Okay, here's a nice one. Just need to screenshot. Okay. All right, let's try this one. Paste. Okay, let's give this one a try. I'm going to move over to the side. Okay, we'll come back to all those other ones. Let's try this one over here, guys. All right. Offense. Remember the steps. No more you, no more welele, no. The steps are to split and then factorize. That's all we're going to do. Split it and then factorize. Yes, true. Moeketsi, actually, yes. Sometimes I'm also kind of like, I'm frustrated with maths, but it's fine. Like you doing the maths, but also you're like, ish, do I have to? I get where you're coming from. Okay. Remember, guys, split and factorize. Split and factorize. Okay, just before you get carried away, guys, I'm just going to remind you quickly that if you take out 2 to the power of 2x at the top when you're factorizing, 4 also needs to be 2 to the power of 2. 4 must also have a base of 2. So let's start there. Okay, start by changing 4 to a base of 2. All right. Make sure that we do that as well. No, 5 times 2. 5 multiplied by 2. That decimal, it's not a decimal, it's 5.2, which means 5 times 2. Okay. A minute and a half. Sure, Funzo. Just crashing it. Okay, Ofense, no answers. Favorite emoji? Not yet. Anyway, we'll get to that in just a second. Okay, beautiful. I feel like most of us are kind of done. All right. No, make it no. All right, let's start with the split. Okay, I'm going to split 2 to the power of 2x plus 3 into 2 to the power of 2x times 2 to the power of 3 minus 5 times 2 to the power of 2x times 2 to the power of 1 over. Now I know that I'm going to change my 4 to the power of x plus 2 into 2 to the power of 2. I'm going to take that 2 and I'm going to distribute it to each of these. So I'm going to end up with 2 to the power of 2x plus 4. And then I'm going to split this. I'm going to get 2 to the power of 2x times 2 to the power of 4. Now at the top, we can take out a common factor of 2 to the power of 2x, right? So if we take that out, 2 to the power of 2x, what am I going to have left? 2 to the power of 3 minus 5 times 2 to the power of 1 over 2 to the power of 2x minus 2 to the power of 1. Pascal, it depends on how you've answered the question, okay? There are people who know how to do it without splitting, but then you should know how to answer the question properly. Okay, in that case. All right, then 2 to the power of 2x's will cancel. And then what I have left is something without an x in. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to punch it into my calculator. I'm going to have 5 minus, I'm lying, 8 minus 10, which would give me negative 2 divided by 2. My answer should be negative 1. Give me a thumbs up if you got the same answer that I did. Beautiful, Tyrika. Excellent, Funzo. Yo, you guys are machines.
4 in the denominator.
Oh, it's 2 to the power of 4. I'm sorry. Wait, guys. Wait. I'm lying. 2 to the power of 4. Sorry, teacher. Thank you, teacher Nels. So I would get negative 2 divided by 16, which should give us negative 1 over 8. Sorry. Should give us negative 1 over 8. Yes. Thank you, Samuel. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yes. Negative 1 over 8. Sure. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Let's move on to some more pressing matters. Right. Like this question over here. Right. Now, yelele ma'am, what must come to happen here? Anybody got any idea? Where do we start? Who knows? Okay, Ofensa is saying 4 to the power of y, but we know that something else over here is going to happen, guys. Come on. We know that, yes, good, Rulani, 100%. Yes, Akwando. Before we can compare anything, we must have like bases. You guys are whole geniuses. So we need to make sure that everything that we're about to do has the same base. All right, so what we're first going to do is we're going to take 12 and we're going to take 24 and we're going to put them as a product of their prime bases. So what about 12? How else can we write 12 as a product of its prime bases? Remember, if you're not sure, click on your calculator. 12 equals shift fact. Click that and tell me what your calculator says. What does your calculator say? What do we get, peeps? Correct, Asbonge. We should get 2 to the power of 2 times 3. All of this to the power of y, right? Plus, what about 24? What does your calculator say about 24? Sorry. What does your calculator say? Good, Jenna. Beautiful. We should get 2 to the power of 3 times 3 all to the power of y. Excellent. All right, I'm going to put a 1 over here. Okay, Rulani, click on your calculator, 12 equals, and then look for the shift, click the shift button, and then look for a button that has fact written in yellow. Click that button and your calculator should give you the thing that you want. Okay. All of this over, I'm going to leave this as 3, no problem, 3 to the power of y plus 6 is the same as 2 times 3 all to the power of y. I'm going to put 1 there, 1 there. Now we know we've got a bracket and an exponent, so we're going to distribute. Bracket and exponent, distribute. Same over here, bracket and exponent, multiply. So we're going to get 2 to the power of 2y times 3 to the power of y plus 2 to the power of 3y times 3 to the power of y. Over, at the bottom, we're going to get 3 to the power of y plus 2 to the power of y times 3 to the power of y. Now at the top, we're going to take out an HCF. What is our highest common factor at the top? In the denominator, what's our highest common factor? Correct, Bonolo, beautiful, that's it, 100%. 3 to the power of y. So we're going to take 3 to the power of y out. And at the bottom, what else can we also take out? 3 to the power of y. We're going to take out 3 to the power of y at the bottom as well. So we're going to get 3 to the power of y, open brackets over here, we get 2 to the power of 2y plus 2 to the power of 3y. All over. Now at the bottom, if we take out 3 to the power of y, we're going to end up with 1 plus 2 to the power of y. All right. The 3 to the power of y's will cancel, cancel out, right? And what I will have left is 2 to the power of 2y plus 2 to the power of 3y over 1 plus 2 to the power of y. But I noticed something at the top. What do I notice about my denominator? Not my denominator, my numerator. What can we do in the numerator? Does anybody else see it? Funzo sees it. I hope everybody else does too. Correct. We can take out a factor. Good. We can take 2 to the power of 2y out as a factor. Correct, as Bonge and Go. Yes, we can take out a common factor. So at the top, I'm going to take out 2 to the power of 2y, and I'm going to have 1 plus 2 to the power of y left. Okay, over 1 plus 2 to the power of y. Now, these two things can cancel. That one and that one will cancel. So our final answer is going to be 2 to the power of 2y. Give me a thumbs up if you followed that whole process. Are we all happy? Beautiful. Yo, you guys are killing it, crushing it. Excellent stuff, guys. Wonderful, wonderful. Good. How many marks could you get from such a question? I think about 5 marks. Okay, so the prime factors would be 1 mark. And then they wouldn't expect this step of you. The splitting is not a step. Okay. Okay, this part would be it. And then the cancelling of each of them would be another mark. So taking out 3 to the power of y, taking out 1 plus 2y, 2 to the power of y, and the final answer. So about 5 marks, Funzo. I agree, you would. Yes, you could. If you can get this, guys, everything else is easy, 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 easy. All right, let's look at this one over here. Okay, again, we know that we want the same base. So what are we going to change? Yes, Akwando, yes. Correct, Moiketsi, I love that. All right. What will we change first in this question over here, guys? Correct, Asbonge, beautiful. We're going to take the 9 to the power of x and we're going to change it into 3 to the power of 2x. Good. So I'm going to end up with 3 to the power of 2x minus 1 over 3 to the power of x minus 1. What's our next step? What's our next step? Well, yes, we could split, Jenna. Let's do it. Let's split. Let's do that. 3 to the power of x times 3 to the power of x minus 1 over 3 to the power of x minus 1. Now, this doesn't help us very much. It doesn't help us very much, even if we do split. But, guys, HCF is not the only kind of factorization there is. Is there? What other kind of factorization can we get? Not in this case, we can't. Well, it would still give us 3 to the power of, okay, good. Mweketsi and Kellen are onto something. Now, what we're going to do here, I'm going to show you 2 different methods to do this. You can choose which one works for you. I'm going to notice that 3 to the power of 2x is 3 to the power of x twice. And this multiplied by itself twice is the same as dots. So I can open 2 brackets at the top. I can open 2 brackets. One of them will have a plus, the other will have a minus. Then I will take this first split 3 to the power of x, goes into the first bracket. And then in this next one, 3 to the power of x. And then the factors of 1 are just 1 and 1 over 3 to the power of x minus 1. What's my next step? What's my next step, peeps? That's it, Mweketsi. It's to cancel. That one and that one will cancel out, and we will then get 3 to the power of x plus 1. All right, here's the next method. You could easily do this method, or what we can do is we can leave this split like this, and we can use something called the K method. So we can say, let K equal 3 to the power of x. So anywhere where I see a 3 to the power of x, I'm going to replace it with k. All right, so I've got 3 to the power of x. I'm going to get k times 3 to the power of x, k minus 1, over 3 to the power of x, k minus 1. K times k is going to give me k squared. K squared minus 1 over k minus 1. Now it looks like something we can factorize, something we've seen before. Now I definitely know that the top is dots. Now I can open 2 brackets. K plus 1, k minus 1 over k minus 1. These 2 will cancel. So my final answer would be k plus 1, but I know that k is 3 to the power of x. So I'm going to then replace k with 3 to the power of x. So my final answer is 3 to the power of x plus 1. All right, give me a thumbs up if you're okay with what ma'am just did. This is method 1. This one up here is method 2. Okay, also let me know which method works best for you. Method 1 or method 2? Okay, Chloe says method 1. Funza's like any of them, ma'am. Okay. Yeah. Method 1. Yeah. Method 1. I understand. You know, when I like to use the moment I do like method 2. But the reason why I use method 1 a lot is because when we have to then start factorizing trinomials in the form of exponents, the K method is the best thing. It works brilliantly. Okay. In this case, because it's dots, it's easy enough. But once there's a third factor, hey, guys, it becomes difficult to see. So keep the K method in mind. You might need it. Okay. All right.